Alright, welcome back everybody to another repair. Hey, today we have an experiment we are going to try. This here is a Google Pixel that came in with technician damage. I think it's technician damage. That'd be my suspicion. But let me show you what this thing is doing, and then we'll talk about what my plans are for fixing it. So we got our screen, everything is connected. We are going to power it on. Hot diggity. So we're getting just a flat static multicolor. I've seen this before on Note 4 or Note 2, excuse me. Never was able to figure it out, but this may give me a clue. And I still have that Note 2, so who knows what we'll do in the future. But let's show you guys what the damage is here. So these are the symptoms. This is why the phone is here. Alright, and then let me show you what the damage is. So if we look really closely right in here, we can see something missing right there. So what that looks like to me is the last data choke on that line, if those really are data chokes. I think they are. But here's our experiment. Since I do not have a donor board for a Google, we are going to take this here iPhone data choke, somewhere in here. One of those guys right there I have cleaned off. And we are going to transplant onto the Pixel and see if it works, because I have no idea if it will and I don't have a donor. So let's see what happens together if you guys are up for it. So I've got to get this board the rest of the way out. Stuck together there, and somebody's obviously had this board out. We are back. All right, so let's get under here and look at our connection, and we'll clean up these pads a little bit. Does anybody know if this will work? Now's your chance to leave a comment and say, it's gonna work, or Nate, you're an idiot, and it's not gonna work. You should know better. But because I don't know better, we are gonna find out together. Okay, so there is our place in question. Some tweezers and some flux. And let's touch it up. Say that looks okay. Now we need to get our donor off, and we are going to take this guy right here. So this data choke to function, he's got to go the long way, sideways. And so in some of my testing, am I determining if I wanted to try this or not, my thought process is data chokes, from what I gathered online, they kind of filter out extra like high frequencies, so if there's noise, you can carry the data through it to a certain frequency and then the rest is blocked. But in a sense, it's just a coil. The difference between the iPhone that I have here and the one on the Google was a whopping like 0.2 ohms different. So I measured across them. And my iPhone ones, I think I got a consistent 3.9, and on the Google, I was getting a consistent like 4.1 or 4.2. Oh, wrong tweezers. All right, let's see if we can get this without wrecking a connector. we go. So we are going to hold this guy this way. And get that board out of the way. And bring in our pixel. And in theory, I should sit down just like that. So let's try it. Yeah, that's a lot of flux. And we are going to float this guy on with some hot air too. We're just going to come at it from a different angle and see if we can make him float. I got to zoom in because this little guy is actually surprisingly smaller. And I'm a man. All right, he is on. That was easy. That was easy. Okay, let's clean it up. Well, what do you think? Did I just ruin it? Or did I just save the day? I'm pretty satisfied with how that's sitting down. Actually, let's check continuity across him, make sure that that's a good filter. Still, he was a good one yesterday. And so I am only checking continuity across, and we got him lined up the right way. It's really weird that I can't detect which pin this guy is on. Weird. Okay, no worries. I don't care. Let's test it and see if we made a difference. I am excited. I really would love to see this work. God, what a crappy setup for this thing. There's got to be an easier way to do this. Okay, we're going to connect the screen and the battery. So here goes our screen. Nice satisfying click. And our battery. Come on now. There we go. Okay. Do we have a difference? Here we go. Look at that, friends. Look at that. We can now safely say that we have used an iPhone motherboard to fix a Google Pixel. That is frickin' awesome. Let's make sure everything still works. Do I have a passcode? I don't have a passcode, but I can see that touch is working. Well, it was. Okay, so yeah. I got working touch. It just wants a passcode. So there you have it. That is awesome. That is just awesome. What we can do with technology and electronics and just keeping these things out of the landfill. I love keeping them out of the landfill because one simple little thing, right, like a data choke, getting knocked off probably during a screen repair. That's my suspicion. I don't know for sure. But I think it just got knocked off during a screen repair. You know, using a tool, coming in from the wrong angle, right? Well, they came in from the right angle. This is what's interesting about it, is if this was tool damage, they came in from under here. They just went too deep and jammed and ripped one of the data chokes off. So there you have it, friends. I'm going to cut this one short because this is a victory. And I'm going to go do some marching now because it's time for a victory march. But thanks for watching. We have had a success on this one. I hope that this empowers anybody else. Hey, if you understand what the components are, which I don't. I just did some Google searching this morning and I've used kind of logic reasoning. And it's like, will this work? How do they work? What's their purpose? And took a chance because quite honestly, I had nothing to lose. I either waited a week and spend a bunch of money to get a donor board to get the exact same results, or I take a component that's compatible, that has a different package and a different, ultimately I suppose it will be a different value, but as you saw, the phone is powering on and working. Now we got to test it in the wild and see how long that repair will last. Thanks for watching, and we will see you guys right there on the next repair.